Hello to all the NEET aspirants and to their parents also. Today's video is about do's and don'ts in the NEET examination 2020. As we all know how successfully the JEE entrance exam was conducted, similarly at the corner of this weekend we have NEET examination also. So this video will help you or it will guide you to attend your NEET exam with less hassle and chaos. In my hand, I have my student's admit card. It is a 3-page admit card. You can download this from the NTA website. This NEET admit card, preferably, I would suggest all the students to take the printout of all the 3 pages. In this, the second unit after the photograph and the details of your admit card, there is a section of self-declaration. This self-declaration is given from the COVID point of view. It says that whether you have any of the symptoms like fever, cough, breathlessness, sore throat, runny nose, body ache and others, you need to specify it because we are just about to have the NEET examination. So it is very mandatory that within this 2 days span, if any student is suffering, then it is better to write or specify your symptoms. Now students needn't get worried that if you specify the symptoms, if you have the symptoms, any symptoms for that matter, because of monsoon you can get a runny nose or a cold and it needn't be COVID, so you needn't worry of specifying it. The only thing the authority will do is they will allot you a special room or a separate room where you can be isolated and you will be allowed to write the exam. Please do not think that you will be devoid of giving the examination. So accordingly, I have marked some important points in the do's and don'ts section. So let us go one by one. Similarly, in the self-declaration, there is another point, being in close contact with a confirmed case of COVID. If you are in contact with a COVID positive person, say 1 meter apart, then you need to specify, and the same thing will be applied. If you say yes, then you will be allotted a different special room. You will be isolated to write the examination. Then the next point says travel from the following cities. It is usually seen that many students travel to the examination center a day before or prior days. So you need to specify that in these 15-20 days gap, if you have traveled to any of the other cities, so mention the cities. It might be multiple city or only one city. So the name of the city, the country, date of arrival in center, that is the city, that wherever is the center of examination and which date you have arrived there, all the details you need to specify. Next says there is a column. In this column you can see here very well that the first column says the candidate photograph. You need to give the same candidate photograph which is given in the admit card, in the provisional admit card. Carry the same photograph. That is, at least I suggest to take 2 photographs. After that you have candidate's left hand thumb. In a hassle or in some confusion, students usually tend to do mistake, and as most of them are right-handers, we usually go and take up the right hand thumb impression. Please be calm. You can do this well prior to your examination that you are going before to the exam. So you can do this at your home. Make sure that you are taking your left thumb impression and you first practice it on a rough paper and then put a proper mark of it. Then take the parent signature well in advance, but there is a candidate signature which you are not supposed to do it right away in your house. It has to be done in front of the invigilator. If you have done it, then take one more printout, then follow all the instruction and fill it accordingly. Now when you are filling the form or the provisional admit card, I prefer everyone, as it has been monsoon, please use a ball pen instead of a gel pen. If you use a ball pen, then that is better. If gel pen, you know the consequences. If even a small drop of water falls, then it will spread everywhere. So this information is in the first sheet. In the second sheet, I am telling you to take the printout all the 3 pages. That would be preferred. And in the second page, there is many do's and don'ts which I have highlighted. The regular one, normal, common ones I have not given much importance, but the one which you need to pay a lot of attention, I'll go one by one. The first one, as precaution for COVID-19, the candidate must reach to the center well in advance, at least 1 hour to 1.5 hours, because there is lot of protocol and procedure that they'll check your temperature, they'll check all the documents, so there's lot more things going on. So it is preferred to reach the examination center well in advance. If you take my suggestion, go and check the examination center a day before. Coming to the next point, no candidate shall be permitted to leave the examination hall. Suppose you finish your examination in 1.5 hours or 2 hours, you're not supposed to go out. You need to wait for all the 3 hours and then you're allowed to go outside. Then next is, candidates are suggested to verify the location of the examination venue. As I said, just visit it a day before, that would be more helpful. Then next, if religion customs require you to wear specific attire, there are many religions which have specific attire. For example, if Muslims are wearing a hijab, then they need to reach the examination center because there's a lot more checking, as I said, and that might take some of your time. So be well advancedly located to that place. The next important point is, no candidate would be allowed to enter the examination center without the admit card. You can take the admit card printout even in color or in the normal black and white format, but it is important. I suggest you to take 2 copies. Actually 2 copies are required because one you may need to submit it in the examination center. Along with the admit card, what are the other things that you can carry to the examination center? There's a list given. The first thing is, of course, the admit card, along with the completely filled self-declaration or the undertaking form, along with your parent's signature. Don't get up on the same day morning of the examination and make a hurry and ask your parents to sign it, or you forget to get the signature from your parents. So it's a very good timing that you watch my video and then do all the things or follow all the procedures. The next thing which you can take to the exam is the personal transparent water bottle. Even if there is any flap or flips which is put on the bottle, remove it and then take the transparent water bottle. Additional photograph, the same thing which is there in the admit card, 2 to 3 photographs you can take, and personal hand sanitizer, a 50 ml small hand sanitizer bottle. Mask and gloves. Lot of students asked me, mask we are supposed to carry, or there it is given. The moment you start from your house and reach the center and go and sit inside the center, till then you are wearing the mask which you have brought. But once you reach the center, every student is given a mask which the NTA department is providing it. So you need to wear that. Coming to the gloves part, best thing, by today you just purchase the surgical one, the surgical gloves which we usually use in the laboratories. That is the one which you need to wear it. Do not wear the woolen gloves, cloth gloves, no, they are not permitted. The surgical one, they are allowed and you need to purchase them. Then after that, the next point is the physically disabled students who are bringing their scribes, the person who can help them to write. If all the documents are there which supports that they are physically disabled, that is person with disability, then they need to follow all the things, and the person who is coming with them to write the examination is also gonna take the self undertaking, that is COVID test, all the things which are there mentioned. He is also going to undertake that self declaration form. After that, the candidate must carry any one of the original, students I'm specifying, you need to carry the original document. Aadhaar card is the most preferred one. Carry your original one. Do not take the scanned copy in the mobile. Do not take a printout. That is not accepted and you will not be allowed to take the examination. It might be any of them, the Aadhaar card, the passport, and then the driving license, the PAN card, the 12th class board admit card, all the originals, any one of them. But I suggest you preferably carry the Aadhaar card. Then this is applicable even to the person with disability. They also need to carry, and their scribes, as I told you, need to take the self-declaration. Candidates are advised to follow the dress code. last year there was lot of a buzz, there was lot of chaos about this point. So it is made very clear that you're gonna use cotton clothes with less accessories on it. No shoes are permitted, no jeans which has multiple pockets. Keep it as light colored and as simple as possible. Dress your attire accordingly. Then next is, on completion of the test, candidate must hand over the OMR sheet, both original and office copy. You are only permitted to take the test booklet out from the center. Do not carry one copy with you and one submitted there. Submit both the copies. So along with these do's and don'ts, the major point which I want to suggest you is, do not undergo any fear or do not get nervous, because you have given your best shot and you have prepared from a very long time. Because of COVID, there was an ample of time given to you. So keep self-belief on yourself and please make sure that you give your best shot. The next important point, as I had mentioned in my NEET video also, that first attempt the biology questions. They are more in number. Make sure that you will write 80 questions in biology and accordingly then go to the chemistry, then come to the physics one. If you are stuck at any question, do not waste time. Immediately move to the next question. Do not get panic if any other students in the section or in the classroom, if they sneeze, cough, don't get panic. You're wearing a mask, you're using your hand sanitizer, so nothing will go wrong with that. So keep your belief on your subject, on your potential, as well as on your own sanitization and health condition, and come out with flying colors after writing the examination. A very, very good all the best to all the students who are writing this NEET examination. Have a great examination time, students. Thank you.